on guard for thee.
A terrific performance of O Canada by the one and only Skylar Cole to set the stage for this one.
This for my city, this for the top, this for the top, this for the win, this for the win, this for the crown, this for the crown, this for my homies and bitches, they know that I love them, I got them, I'm holding it down. Shorty, you pretty, you come to my city, this for my city. We thank you for coming, we thank you for coming.
It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. And on tap tonight. It's the Houston Rockets going up against the Toronto Raptors at Scotiabank Arena. Joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And we'll be getting the inside story tonight. Shams Charania is joining us at the broadcast table. Shams, it is so great to have you by our side.
Kevin, thank you so much. It's great to be here. I always love to follow the game, talk about the game. It should be a lot of fun tonight.
You'll give great insight. We can't wait to get going. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at the Rockets. Right now they've compiled the third best record in the conference.
Yeah, right now, though, the Rockets, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. And it's Van Vliet in at the 1 spot. And for Toronto, they got Scotty Barnes. He's out there with Dick. Barrett is out there with Pirtle. And it's Agbaji in at the 4-man position. Barrett against Brooks. Barrett kicks to Barnes. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. For 3. And that one's good. Agbaji's got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for the Raptors. So Shams, the Raptors finally traded their terrific wings, Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby. We know how the other teams that got those players made out. New York and Indiana, they were terrific and helped those teams. How did the Raptors make out when all was said and done?
Both of those players were upcoming free agents. It was difficult to judge the trade market. But with that said, the Raptors were able to get draft picks plus young, exciting talent like Canadian R.J. Barrett and Emmanuel Quickley. But let's factor in the biggest key here. It's Scotty Barnes. He is their future. He's their untouchable. He's who that front office feels great about as their cornerstone moving forward.
Love Barnes. Love it. And here are the Raptors now. After Jalen Green's three-pointer that didn't go. Kept alive. Pirtle slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Jabari Smith picks one up.
Hey, if you're going to foul Pirtle, get your money's worth. You have to make sure you're really whacking. He's extremely good at finishing through contact.
At the line for 1, Jakob Poeltl.
And that one misses.
Boy, Pirtle is a massive guy. Somebody that uses his height exceptionally well to get high-quality looks.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Now here's Barnes. His last outing, 16 points for him. Onside, Barrett. Here's Dick. Launches it. It's rebounded by Şengün. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. And in last year's playoff, Shams, we did see a lot of players injured and unable to play. What are some of the solutions that may be being talked about that you hear about?
People certainly ask if this is a result of the 65-game rules. Is it the more physical play? Is it the consequences of the regular season? The league is going to take a wait-and-see approach to determine if this is an issue they have to fix, but they do love the results of what this has brought as far as player availability moving forward.
Yeah, they do seem sold on that 65 number, don't they?
100%. And at the end of the day, some of these injuries are flukish. There's a lot of, obviously, lower body injuries, and you can't measure that. I think the league is going to want to see more data over the next 5 to 10 years to really determine, does this rule impact the game and impact injuries?
Now, here's Barrett. After Jalen Green's miss, pass to Barnes. Here's Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
Hey, look at Pirtle. Making it look easy, dropping the hammer down on the defense.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Mitchell, he's checked in for Toronto. And a switch here also for Houston. Thompson's checked in. And you look at the way the league is moving now, Shams, are there less big trades than when you started or more?
Perhaps a little bit less, but listen, the league is trying to keep parity in this league and allow teams to be able to keep their homegrown stars. But there's always going to be plenty of interest, and that level of interest, not only from players from competing teams, but fans' interest, it's never been higher.
And there's never any hesitancy, right? If a team feels they can get better, for whatever reason and however they do it, I don't think there's any hesitancy to pulling the trigger.
Particularly when you're on the cusp of potentially winning a championship or competing, whether it's competing for a playoffs, competing for a title. If you can make one move that takes you from point A to point B, teams and general managers want to do it.
Well said. And the Raptors with the ball. The Rockets making the shot. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Raptors are rebuilding with purpose. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, "We're doing a good job at the start of this process, selecting the right people that care and are very committed to each other. That's a good baseline to build on." Kevin, slowly, the pieces are falling into place.
David, you're so right. He is great at developing those young players. Outside, Green. Hey, Shams, we know you've reported on so many big trades that did happen. Were there ever a few that were close to happening but may have fallen apart at the 11th hour?
I always wait until things are 100% confirmed, but listen, there's always a trade or two that's viewed as done but just does not happen, whether it sours, whether something falls apart. There's always one deal or two that falls apart at the trade deadline or in the offseason, but I try to wait as best I can and make sure that when I report, it is confirmed.
Outstanding. Now, here's Mitchell. After Jalen Green's miss, it's Barrett on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. And the dunk by Barnes.
And a big dunk there from a springy Barnes. He gets up fast there for the hammer.
Right side, Green. Dick with the steal. Here's Barrett. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Rockets trail by 9. 54 seconds left here in the first quarter. It's good from long range.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
Barnes outside. Back to Barrett. Tries from 10. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Barrett's got his second bucket of the night.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Van Vliet looking around. To the paint. Şengün with the bucket.
Working that pick and roll action superbly. Şengün knows exactly where he needs to be.
And Barrett has got the ball here for Toronto. 6-point lead. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
Well, you know, both of these teams know and understand when they face off, it's a very winnable game for either one of them.
Just tough, gritty play there by Barnes. That's how you deal with physicality.
From deep, Green. And so it's the Toronto Raptors in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Raptors?
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys, lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
And Shams, Houston loaded with young talent. And after the Harden deal, they are loaded with first-round picks. Any thoughts on how you think they may proceed with all of that?
I'm told that front office will continue to be big game hunting. Those picks, they have a lot of them. They're going to be worth plenty moving forward, and they know it. At some point, they're going to take a big swing here, and they're biding their time, waiting. The Houston Rockets have all the cards. They've got the young talent. They've got the draft picks, and with Ime Udoka, they've had some success to build on.
I love what you said there. Big game hunting. That's the only way they're going to make that jump. I love that term. Mitchell is out there with Brown. Then there's Chris Boucher. And it's Abaji in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. Now here's Brown. Pass to Mitchell. Inside, Mobo. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. And the Raptors lead by 8.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Here's Shepard. Hasn't made one yet, and it's good. 2 points.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
In the corner, it's Boucher. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Rockets trail by 6. Hey, Shams, for the past decade that you've been a major player in the NBA, it's been LeBron's league, it's been Curry's league. Who else is going to take over this league, you think, coming up around the corner?
Given the NBA Finals we just had, have to throw in Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Luka Doncic into the fold as far as faces of the NBA. But Nikola Jokic is so good. He will be one of the guys for a while. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you have to mention him as well. But ultimately, you have to also keep an eye on Victor Wembanyama, the way that Victor Wembanyama could take over the league. And already, so early, was so special. Victor Wembanyama is someone to keep an eye on.
Okay, they just passed a note down to me, our gang here. What about Anthony Edwards at Minnesota? He's another one, right? Young American player who is really making an impact.
Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, you have to consider those two as well. And it's special, the crop of young players that we have coming up in this league. One of them is sure to emerge as this generation's, whether you want to call it Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, there will be a face out of this crop.
And we cannot wait. Now, here's Brown. Still scoreless. And it's Mitchell missing. Rockets trail by 6. Well, we can all agree nothing better than the atmosphere of an NBA game. So, Shams, I know it's hard to pick one. But is there a best crowd, a best atmosphere in the NBA that you've come across that you really appreciate?
The Warriors fans, I feel, even at their peak, they bring a different level of aura, of enthusiasm. Kevin, you've been to more arenas than I have, with more celebrated times as well at different points. What's your favorite, what's your best NBA arena atmosphere?
When that New York crowd is popping, that arena is second to none, man. It is sizzling. Like you, I love knowledgeable fans, right? They know the calls, they know the officials, they know the strategies, they know what a player can and cannot do. That, to me, is the best part about going in some of these arenas and feeling that the players, have made it to a point where the fans know exactly what they can and cannot do. Knowledgeable fans.
I'll take your word for it, but that just means I have to get out to a Knicks game ASAP.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. Houston with a big group substitution here. Şengün's checked in for Green. Jabari Smith comes in for Dylan Brooks. Jalen Green's checked in for Amen Thompson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Shepard. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. It's Barrett on the wing. Whitmore defending. And Barrett gets it to go. Barrett's got 6 points.
Can't allow Barrett that kind of positioning. He's just too skilled at finishing, even when you try to get physical with him.
On the wing, Green. Dick defending, and Green slams it in.
when he gets room like that, look out, because he will score.
And the Raptors with the ball, coming off that loss against the Nets.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams, particularly on the boards.
You know, I think that was the big difference in the game. One team was pounding the glass relentlessly, while the other team, not so much.
Rockets trail by 4. Van Vliet outside. 1:39 left in the first half of basketball. 6 to shoot. Pass to Whitmore. The shot from the low post is good. Whitmore's got his first 2 points.
Good read from Green there, getting better at sensing when his teammates are wide open and need the ball.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Always so much fun to have Shams join us. No one with a better pulse on the NBA.
Man, Shams is always the first guy to know about the big moves around the NBA. Love hearing what he has to say. Oh, man, when Cam Whitmore throws it down, you feel bad for the rim.
The Raptors have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. 41 seconds left in the first half. Here's Barnes, and he drops in the layup off the glass. 9 points in the game so far.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Outside, Green. Out to Smith. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Raptors.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Outside, Barrett. And it's blocked by Şengün. They retain possession. Here's Pirtle. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. And it's a 4-point Raptor lead. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Raptors out in front, up by 4. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Hello there, folks. Toronto Raptors and our featured matchup, which has not disappointed.
Love that they're taking high percentage shots, and it hasn't been easy for them. It's hard to score inside when the defense is collapsing on you.
Who needs 3-pointers anyway?
Kenny did.
So thank you, Ernie.
And moving on, let's take a peek at how the East is shaping up here in the midseason.
Checking out Toronto, they haven't looked intimidating thus far. The hunger to improve just isn't there. That worries you. I'm starting to feel that this team needs a culture change.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Scotty Barnes, what a contribution.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
So on the floor for Houston, the forwards for him will be Brooks and Smith. At the guard positions, Van Fleet and Green. And it's Şengün in at center. Raptors leading by 4. Barrett wide open. He fires. Offensive rebound. Knocks it loose. Dives for it. Pass to Dick. Shot clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. Şengün with the rebound.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Green deciding where to go with it. Şengün with the ball. They double-team Şengün. Houston needs to get a shot off. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Clark famously, Fred Van Vliet was undrafted. Why do you think he was overlooked?
Wow, I tell you, I think size, but man, when you look at his intangibles, it's hard to not be impressed with what Fred Van Vliet has done. He is an incredible basketball player, smart, tough, skilled, relentless. He's had a great career as an undrafted player.
And Green gets it to go.
Green, lethal off the catch. Good rhythm on that play.
For Toronto, they've gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's Barnes. The shot missing. Excellent defense there from Smith. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Van Vliet passes to Smith, and then Smith with the dunk.
And how about the force on that finish by Smith?
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
To our loudest fans. Now is that time to grab a free shirt.
And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Jakob Poeltl.
And guys, I think the grind of the season is catching up with him a little bit. It comes across in his rebounding numbers. Over the past 5 games, they've taken a tumble. He seems to be wearing down a bit. Maybe tonight, though, he can get his legs back under him.
Here's Dick, guarded by Green. There at the pass to Agbaji. Carries it from three-point range. Abaji's got his second bucket tonight.
Finally get one to drop after starting the half with 4 straight clanks.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Brooks for 3. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Dillon Brooks comes right back with his own 3. Boy, I love his competitiveness.
And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time. And Poeltl has stick-to-itiveness on the offensive glass. He just throws himself in the mix to come up with those boards.
Now here's Van Vliet, still without a basket. Pass to Şengün. Back to Van Vliet. Smith for 3. It's rebounded by Dick. Raptors with the lead. Over in the corner, Barnes. Down low, here's Pirtle. Shoots over Van Vliet. Nice shot by Pirtle.
There's no stopping Pirtle when he has the ball in that spot. Just abusing the defense down in the paint.
Now Van Vliet. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Green drives in. Misses the easy stuff.
And priority number one has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
To the middle. Here's Pirtle. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now it's a 5-point Raptor lead.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Both teams making substitutions here. This break gives us the chance to see which teams have been the most successful in the transition game this month. The Rockets fourth.
Now, they've been playing an exciting brand of basketball during that time. I mean, taking every chance to get out in the open floor.
Rockets trail by 5. Outside, Green. Thompson, high post. Back to Green. Over Mitchell. And Green gets it to go. Green's got 5 points now this quarter.
You know, with his quickness, he's already good at creating separation for his shot. And we know he doesn't need much room to get his shot off either.
Now, here's Mitchell. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Barnes outside. Drills it from outside. Barnes has got 12.
This is something Barnes needs to keep working on. When he's hitting from 3, this guy is almost unguardable.
Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
Here's Barnes. The Rockets making the shot. Oh, and the dunk by Barnes.
Mercy, Scotty Barnes. That was nasty.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Rockets trail by 6. Outside, Green. It's Whitmore, top of the key. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
This is what I love about Whitmore, his fearless attitude and that ability to draw foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. No good on that one. The Raptors making a switch here. He doesn't get the second one. Raptors leading by 6. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And Cam Whitmore picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Mitchell with it. 5 on the clock. For the 3. Not going to go that time. And we've reached the end of the third. Raptors lead by 6. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Raptors. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. We've got Walter. Bruce Brown is out there with Mitchell. Then there's Chris Boucher. And it's Mobo in at the 4 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Now, here's Tate. Thompson up top. And Clark watching Amen Thompson. He is just a different kind of athlete.
He sure is, boy. Special as an athlete. And we've got some of the greatest athletes in the world across the NBA. He's smooth, he's explosive, he's fluid, well coordinated. Seems like he just kind of floats in the air. It's special to watch him do his thing.
First free throw is good.
Thompson is one of the best pure athletes to come into the league in quite some time. He's fast, and boy, can he fly.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for Green. And so Thompson nails both of them. And the defense of this Raptors team, Greg, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
Now here's Brown. And Brown throws it down hard.
Athletic play by Brown. Going up top.
Rockets trail by 6. Thompson outside. Pass to Eason. Here's Shepard. Bangs home the trifecta. Shepard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball game.
With the crossover. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first personal.
Nice work. To get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And that one misses. Recently, the Raptors made moves, Greg, to add some Canadian-born talent to their roster.
They traded for R.J. Barrett and Kelly Olynyk, 2 guys that represent Canada in international play, and were both born in Toronto, now playing for their hometown team.
He hits the second from the line. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame. Rocketing off the deck, Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Raptors with the lead. Stolen by Thompson. A solo fast break. And there's Shepard on the assist by Thompson.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Brown. Pass to Boucher. Back to Brown. Mitchell outside. Boucher sets a screen for Mitchell. Lock at 6 to the inside. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That'll be his second foul of the game.
It's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. So the Rockets end up going with a whole new group. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. During the last break, listened in on Darko Rajakovic talking to his team. Now, with the game in the balance, he had some encouraging words for his team. He said, "This is what we wanted. We thought if we kept it close, we could pull it out. Now let's go out there and do just that." Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. On the wing, Barnes. Pirtle with a screen on Smith. 4 on the shot clock. Nice shot by Pirtle. 14 points for Jakob Pirtle.
Yeah, and I like guys when Pirtle gets into a groove and demands the ball. I mean, he's extremely dangerous when he has the hot handball.
Now here's Green. And it's Green slamming it down.
Once he takes flight, Green can make some incredible moves in the air.
And so here's Toronto. Barnes passes to Abaji. Here's Dick. Over Green. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Now here's Van Vliet. To the paint. Out to Smith to take the lead. Traps in the tray. Now it's a 3-point Houston lead.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Here's Dick. 2 points. That one goes.
Not just a jump shooter. Dick can operate inside that restricted area.
And here is Green. An easy 2 points on the layup. Green's got the lead, back up to 3 now for Houston.
Green's got a full toolkit now, which makes him unstoppable at times.
Pass to Abaji. And here is Pirtle. Toronto working the ball around now. Barnes can't get it to go.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Now Green. Pass to Brooks. Back to Green. That's a 2 from Smith. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
Oh, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
Raptors trail by 3. Barnes with it. Picked up by Van Vliet. Pass to Barrett. He's looking for Pirtle and finds him. And it's blocked by Şengün.
Lots of athleticism for the long center. Şengün getting it done.
Back to Van Vliet. Now here's Green. Now here's Şengün. Defended by Pirtle. Van Vliet outside. Shoots over Pirtle. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Dick. No good. Great tee that time from Green. Now the Rockets with it. They're on a 16-7 run. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Smith and stolen by Barnes.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
You don't want to force it, though. Still need to get a quality look.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Six seconds left to play here in the fourth. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
13 foul. Shooting for Houston. Jalen Green. At the line for two.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he misses the second one as well, so he's 0 for 2 that time. And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now in terms of strategy here. Any thoughts?
Obviously, the three would tie it. They have to make one extra pass to get a better shot. I think they might have a chance, just enough time to do that.
You know what to do.
To end the drought. So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now we present the player of the game, Jalen Green.